All right,
Watch
it
it.
just popped.
I say watch it process and post like the second half of that, but not like
Yeah,
have
that's
been
weird
live
because
for
it
some
said
weird
we were
reason.
live that whole time.
Huh.
All right, well, anyone that is joining us for
It
this, which
says
is not a lot, I'm assuming. We thought we were live that whole time. I had something fall onto our DSL box and basically knock us out temporarily, but thought I got it fixed fast enough, and it said we were live still. Apologies. Thanks for joining us. Or watching it after the fact. All right. Let's do this.
8.
Oh, and I think I want this.
Oh, 7.
7.
I'll go first. Okay. Interesting. I will. Huh. All right, we're just gonna pitch there and go Battlefield Blitz for 5.
I like it. Let's do. Oh, I don't like it. Change my mind. I don't like it, Blake.
Oh, sorry. I'll take it back.
Let's just take 5.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna Arsenal and pass unless you got something.
Nah. All right.
Okay.
Let's go. That's kind of risky. Don't know if I love it. But because then I have to do this. Yeah, I don't love that. All right. Come on. Go Art of War.
Mm-hmm.
We'll banish there. Draw and give first attack go again. Draw 2.
Okay.
And then we will have 2 floating.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go. Let's go this way. Yeah, we'll just go. We'll play Wrecker Romp, spending the 2 there, and discarding there
6.
just for a 6 key.
Okay. Wait, random card.
Oh, it's random.
Yeah.
Well, that changes things. I'm just going to play this first.
Okay.
I was just saving it to Arsenal, and then we'll discard that. So it's going to be a 7. Let's go again.
7. Yep. With no floating?
None floating.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pitch that and Soul Shield. So I'll take 1.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh. All right. My hand is so weird. First 2 hands are rough here. Let's just do that. I'm just gonna pitch there, and we're gonna Valiant Thrust. Or 4.
We are going to we'll block 3.
Okay, sounds good. So take 1. I will Arsenal and pass.
Play that, paying there.
Mm-hmm.
Hit.
For 6.
Mm-hmm.
No blocks.
Just leaving it there.
Cool. All right. I will pitch. No, I won't. That's a 0 cost. Ew. Wait. Thinking.
Thinking.
Yep, that's fine. Charging that. So it'll be a 2. Excuse me. If it hits, it goes into my soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will take 2.
I'm actually gonna pitch and
Razor that bad boy.
Right.
Take 5.
We'll go into my soul and have go again now.
Mm-hmm.
With my 1 floating and my tunic, I will bolting blade for 7.
Mm-hmm. And we'll stop 6 of it. Take
Okay. Taking 1. Sounds good. Over to you.
We're going to Blood Rush. Paying there. Have 1 floating. Discard me.
That one.
Mm-hmm. Hit, so we'll draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
Go again. This will go there. And then... Let's spend the 1 floating on a Boneyard Marauder. We will shuffle there. Get rid of that. Which is a 6. So this will be for 8. Now when that 6 goes away, yeah, we kind of have to because we hit the Blood Rush. So get an action point.
So it's an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take 8.
All right. Then with the action point, I can't break that because then I could very easily miss. I will play there.
Okay.
So we'll banish these 3. One of them is a 6 cost.
Okay.
So it'll be a 9, 10, 11.
Okay. Block 4. Take 7.
Mm-hmm. Arsenal there. Pass to you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Pitch there. Play via the Vanguard. Charging.
Yep.
1 floating. So it'd be a 4.
We will take 4.
All right. I'm going to give it go again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play take flight. It'll be a 4 with go again.
Take 4.
Okay, and then I'll swing Raiden for 3.
Mm-hmm. I'll block 3, take 1.
Cool. Over to you.
Draw a card, discard a random card. Go ahead and
Okay.
discard me.
That one.
Mm-hmm. That'll be for... Oh, I get to banish a card.
Yep. 7.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, my turn here. I'll block 2.
Take 5.
Take 5. Yep.
Hmm. Little arsenal there. And we'll pass it.
All right. I pitch there. Be the Vanguard. Charging.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2 floating. So it'll be a 4.
4.
Yep.
My next turn is going to look like what? Mm. I will take 4.
All right. I'm going to give it a go again. Then Battlefield Blitz for 5 with go again because I've charged.
Mm-hmm. Now we will block all of it.
Okay. And then I'll swing with Raiden for 3.
Yep, and then we'll take 3.
Those extra 3 at the end of all his turns really adds up and hurts.
You just got to find a way to make it consistent.
I think that's all the key in all these decks, especially like even Lavia. If you can consistently get a couple of 2-3 attacks, at least 2 attacks
Yeah.
a turn, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Means a lot to the decks if you can just widen them out.
Yeah, you have to remember though, Raiden, it costs a card, right? You have to charge. So
Yeah.
there's no ways around it. It costs you a card. It's expensive.
Okay, we're going to
Library.
break Goliath.
Mm. I think the trick with Bolton is just to go fast and go wide. All right.
So it hit.
So it's 8 with dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this for a second.
Yeah, bolt math is definitely not an easy math to do with the whole charge portion of
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, it's like brute all over where you're just having to think a lot.
You're right because you got that extra discard in brute.
Yeah. I'll take 8.
Whoa.
Okay.
You're up, sir.
All right. Itch and Battlefield Blitz for 5.
Mhm.
Awakening Bellows when we decided sucks, right? Is that the one? Or
Yeah,
Primeval Bellow?
I think it's
Or
rough.
both?
Yeah, Awakening's tough.
No, Primeval's one where you have to discard. That's one that sucks.
Oh,
It's
that's right.
free, gives you the +3, but discarding is tough.
Yeah.
All right, so you hit me for 8. Um, yeah, we're not going to block.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna razor that.
Mm-hmm.
Make it 8.
No, I was at 13, right?
Yep.
Down to 5. Okay.
Yep. And then with the go again, I will Battlefield Blitz for 5.
Mhm. Okay. We'll block there.
Like whiffing on all my charge cards. Like all I've seen is like a couple take flights the whole game.
So we will banish 6. And that has blood debt, so +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. So it's an 11. And
Okay.
then whatever hits, if it does hit, you lose life equal. You banish all your soul, and then you lose life equal to the cards banished. So it's
Oh,
11.
that's fine. I'll just block 12.
Mm-hmm.
Over to you.
The old full hand block.
Yep. Makes the choice easy.
War. And we will banish there, and I think we give go again. Draw 2. Ooh, that's interesting. We there have 1 floating.
Okay. Block 6.
Okay, and then with the go, we'll close the combat chain.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
You have Massacre in yours?
I don't.
I didn't either. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
In the random 6, the 6 attack, but with the random like, oh, I happen to discard a 6, like, or I happen to discard it for the cost of something. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. Oh, I got what you're saying.
It's got
Yeah.
an intimidate if if it gets discarded for the cost of an effect, it gets an
Mhm.
intimidate, like a random intimidate.
Which, like, right now almost feels good. Would be great.
Yeah, like late game, if you could just find a random intimidate
Mm-hmm.
on a card, like just taking one card could be the difference.
Yeah, that's what the difference when me and Andrew played is the 2 barraging
Yep.
beatdowns.
Yeah,
Without
basically.
those, I don't know if I win that because he'll be able to come back with a lot.
Hmm. And then we will banish that. draw a card because it's a shadow card.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Play that,
Mm-hmm.
and then play. So discard me.
Oh, that goes banish.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
gonna be for
a
9 with
9?
weapon. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Andrew, have you played much
Block
Shadows
9.
cards?
Okay, then
Shadow
we could
deck?
go again.
No, I
Play
haven't played.
swing
I haven't
there.
played Livia once.
Paying for it there. Drawing a card, discarding a card. So it's a 5.
Yep, I got a block with that, unfortunately.
Have you tried Spew Shadows yet, Dane?
I haven't tested that, no.
Over to you.
We are just going to play a Doomsday. Make that. Oh, I don't
Okay.
have the token. I don't think. Or is it in my deck? I think I actually have it in my deck. I need to pull it out. I'm realizing that I think on the database, yeah, it includes it in your deck. So I'm just gonna shuffle that. I forgot about that. All right. I have banished this turn, right? No, I haven't. Not yet.
No, you haven't.
Banish a shadow card from my hand. If I do, I can banish a card from the defending hero's soul. Okay. Do I want to do that though? Yeah. So we'll go ahead and swing for 6, and we will banish a Mark of the Beast, and then we'll
Okay.
just that guy will go there.
Cool. I'll block 6.
Mm-hmm. Arsenal there.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll just go 7 into you. Ooh.
We'll play a reckless swing, discarding a random card.
Yeah. That one.
So we'll deal 2 back.
Take 2.
And
Cool.
then reckless swing.
Yep. I die.
Did he just win on a double reckless?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever. You know, you die on double reckless, you die on double reckless.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Like
Yeah, I would
missing
like to.
like 4 consecutive turns where I didn't draw a charge card, or like my first 3 turns I didn't draw a card to charge. Like would let me charge. So I was just like Valiant thrusting for 4 with no effects, which is basically like as soon as I can't charge for 3 turns in a row, you know,
Yeah.
the
And
deck's dead in the
and
water.
having to block out, like I know, like that's a game that Levi doesn't want to play anyways, because I definitely need to change up this list because she just doesn't. I don't have enough go agains. I got to put in, even though they're not 6 attacks, I got to put in the other.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the game
Screamers.
gets to a. I think I have a lot better opportunity in the game's closer if I can actually charge early, because that means that I can attack twice. I was like attacking once per turn basically for the first 3
Mhm.
turns, which is just absolute garbage when
Yeah.
Are
when
you
you're
running-
playing a go wide deck.
Are you running puppetry in there, Dane?
Yes. Yep.
Art
the
of
go again.
Worth.
Yep.
So you got those. I
I
don't
got
know.
those.
I think you got to scab skins.
Yeah,
Run the
scab
scab
skins.
skins.
I just
mean-
don't like dice, dude. I don't like them.
It doesn't
Right,
matter.
but like
it's
the problem is like the math is just good. Like
it's always good.
the
It
math
is
is
good.
too
50%
good that
of the
you're
time, you're going to get 2 actions.
like the odds of hitting the 1 are so low. Right. Like I know it's not so low, but like doing it over and over again. Like if it happens once, that's why you run gambler's gloves. But like having those turns, like I think like 3 times Jason at least gained an extra action point literally just by rolling a dice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a better block because it blocks for 3 over the course of the game.
Yeah, I like the block on it
Like,
too. That's
yeah.
one of my favorite parts about that card.
Yeah. Like it's hard to outvalue it. Like the extra action point is fine, but I feel like the extra action point is actually better in Blitz than it is in Constructed. In Constructed, Scabskins outvalues it by a ton.
And when you get
Because
weird
2 extra
turns,
blocks.
it's a good gamble to roll it in just some situations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I even have to break the gambler's gloves. I mean, obviously, I got lucky in that. The worst I rolled was a 2, you know.
Yeah.
So I just got the 1 action point, and it wasn't worth it gambling on that one.
Yeah. It's just nice, like when you've got extra resources because like your opponent didn't put much pressure. It's like, I mean, roll it, maybe attack and meat axe. Like that's a lot of pressure, and it can basically tempo a game that you're behind in by getting 2 action points and being able to do 2 big attacks. Like I think you just don't rely on it. I think that's the thing is like when you're playing Scabskins, you just have to not rely on it. You know what I mean?
You just use it when you need it. All right, do we have time for one more? Does anybody want to run one more?
I can run another one. Yeah.
I'd like to see your chain deck again.
There you go.
Yeah, I can run my chain deck one more time.
Cool. I think
It'll be fast if Jason's playing chain.
I'll sequence it better this time.
All right, let me grab my.
We'll have to update the deck tech on this one. That part 1's outdated to what this is at now. That's got the nuts and the bolts of the things, but it needs a little bit of updating.
You bringing yours in right now? Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Who are you running? Just so I know what I'm sideboarding
I'm
here.
running Prism.
Oh, I didn't get my weapon. It's underneath your weapons.
There you go.
All right, well, I'm running a full 72 then. And I am going to practice because I've never run Husk against Prism, so I will run that. On this one, Andrew, I don't know if it's the right thing yet, but I have not been soul shackling every single turn just to soul shackle against Prism because I don't always feel it's the best way to play her, but I could be wrong.
You know me,
as well.
I'm a conservative player. I generally only act if I have to, so I preach to the choir on that one.
Yeah, I'm not a conservative player, so it's hard for me to do that.
Hey Jason, you remember when I played Dane's Prism deck in person with your deck?
Yes. Yeah.
I ran Jason's I just played the deck Jason played and I decked it out.
Yes. It was 70 cards.
I decked 70 cards against Prism and won on the last hand.
On the last hand. Oh, I need to take my seat.
Because conservative I am not. When I have a deck that I think wants to be aggro, I aggro. Probably a little too much. I get a little caught up in like decks that want to go aggro. I get a little caught up going a little too hard into that. But it's like Bolton requires his hand, and I feel like Bolton wants to be aggro. Because if you just keep your hand and push harder back, you can more often than not you can win the game.
Yep, Bolton really needs his hand. Like that's a hard one.
Yeah.
So like when I was
That's
playing Lavia into Andrew, like if you block, that's really hard for you to do much
Yeah.
then, isn't it?
that's
Like
that's
it
why I think
limits it.
that's why I think it's important with Bolton that as soon as you get a good hand, like early on, you just go and then you try to get tempo and hold. Like that, but I mean, to be fair, that's how I personally played Dorinthia, is like relatively, like I don't go crazy early on, but then as soon as I get like that one hand that I think I can tempo the game with, I absolutely will take anything you throw at me. I will grab tempo and I will absolutely refuse to give it back. I'm just gonna
And you-
hold it the whole game.
You can go first.
God, I love when you say those words to me.
I think that's locked or something. I couldn't move it either.
All right. It's not just me.
No, I couldn't move it.
Oh yeah,
All right.
the thing I locked that. You just have to hit L.
Oh, okay. I don't need to. All right. So let's start by grabbing one of these amazing rune chant tokens and playing it there. I will pitch that. I'll have one floating. And then I think I will just pass priority.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
love it.
stay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I love it.
Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will arsenal there and
That's
draw
my
up.
favorite. That's my favorite veteran move that I think more players are going to want to learn if they want to beat Prism. Pass priority with an action point still, or with go again, or like with your action point, and let a bad Prism player drop their aura, and then you just go cool, swing the Galaxy Black, pop it.
Done. That's a
Faster.
wizard veteran move.
Yep.
Here comes the big attacks.
Mm-hmm.
We pitched a blue, so no go again. So
Yeah, 6, taking it. What did I put down there? That's a good card to put down there. Let's go Shadow, Banishing Bounding. It will be a 2 attack with go again.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Rune Chant. Rune Chant pops
And-
first.
Rune Chant first, yeah.
Um.
There's the Rune Chanto.
Yeah, we'll take the arcane.
Taking the Arcane. And then how about the 2?
I already took it. Yep, I'm down to 37.
All right. Let's go Mavrian Skies into Bounding Demigon.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it hit. Let it hit. Let it hit.
Another
for
3. Oh, that's 4 because
That's
it was
4, yeah.
in my banished.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We'll block there.
Soul Food. Do you have any left over on that?
Nope.
Okay. And then with my go again, we'll go Bounding Demigon for another 3.
Mm-hmm. Take that 3.
This they go to my banished. And then I will pass priority.
Mm-hmm. No go again on that, right? So we will.
Correct.
Yeah, we'll let that turn pass.
Okay. I'll draw up.
Go up to 2.
What do you got for me over there, Prism?
We'll see if you want.
Oh, the good old Herald of Erudition. For 5.
Mm-hmm. Down it.
You know what?
Yep. Give me those
We'll just
blood
block it
bets,
off.
Turnley.
Yep. All right. Over to me. Let's
Mhm.
go shadow puppetry into a. Let me see what I got in here. Nothing. Into a. Still gonna have to play it. Into a unhallowed rites. So this is a
5.
5 with a go again, and I can look at the top card and banish it if I would like.
Okay, I am going to Oh, dude, I don't know if I want to keep going aggro or start to try to Okay. Let's just do it. We will block 'If it hits, you get to do that, right? Regardless.
Yeah, I can look at the top card. It's shadow puppetry effect. The unhallowed rites is a non-hit effect.
We will block 3. Four, 5. Have 2 floating.
2 floating. I'm going to Soul Shackle. And then I'm going to pitch a Rift Bind to swing Galaxy Black for 1. If it hits, you get another.
We'll block 1 there, spending this.
Okay, and then I'm gonna Arsenal in pass.
Okay. End of your turn. I'll play that.
What do you got there for me? Merciful Retribution.
And then I will tick. And I will
Just thinking about it. It's a war tune.
Yeah. I'll go there. Spending there for 6.
6 attack.
Mm-hmm.
We'll block 2. Yeah, I'll block 2. Take 4.
Okay.
All right, my turn. I'm gonna play an Art of War, pitching a Rift Bind. Oh, actually, I'm gonna banish the top card first. It's a Seeds.
Nice.
I'll have 1 floating. I will banish here. Draw 2. I'll give my next attack action card. Go again. Let's go. Seeds. Man, this is weird. I don't think I want to do that. We're gonna go piercing, pitching a seeds, so it'll be a 4 attack.
Mm-hmm. We'll pitch there. We'll make a soul. Or, sorry, make a spectral shield. Where are those guys at? Burp. And then I will.
Can this one go again? Yes, because of Art of War.
Yep, art awarded.
And we'll block 3. And we'll take the 4th on this. And you'll take an arcane.
Okay. Hmm. How gambling do I want to get here? I might just pass here, to be honest.
With go again?
I can't. I will. I just didn't want to pitch this card, and I'm gonna have to. I'll pitch Shadow Puppetry to swing Galaxy Black into Merciful Retribution.
Can't you take one back?
I do.
I was gonna say you were gonna like get out of the turn and let him keep it, and I was like, oh, this is spicy.
Just, yeah, was not a good
Tick Tunic.
draw there.
Don't forget your husk. Blooded. Oh yeah, and another one. Oof.
Herald.
Yep.
You have nothing. I will block 3, take 3.
Can't. That'll go to soul. Make a spectral shield. With the go again, I'll swing for 1.
Take 1. All right, I will banish. You know, I don't make the soul shackle, so those don't get banished. And then what happens? That gets banished. Let's go Art of War. Pitching there. 2 floating. I will banish a Rift Bind, draw 2. With 1, I will go Art of War. I will banish Unhallowed Rites, draw 2.
Are you gonna give the buff then? Because you can't double go again.
Oh, yeah, I'm
The
not too.
second.
Oh, I got what you're
You
saying.
could just give it the buff for the attack.
Or you could
Yeah,
just
so
wait.
buff.
I guess. Yeah, you already drew. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine. We'll give the buff for the attack.
Because you can't double go again, so there's no reason to do it.
Yep. So let's go. Four cards. How do I want to do this? We're gonna go. Soul Reaping, banishing this, gain a resource. It'll be a 6 attack. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. Jesus, Jason, use your brain. That's a free go again. Let's go seeds into a seeds into a
Okay,
Rift
hold-
Bind.
1 second.
Wait, which did I banish one of these already as part of my cost?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
I banished the red one. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go seeds into a Rift Bind. This won't hit because it's a 0. So it's just a 1 attack.
Still
Okay.
a 2 though. It gets the buff.
Oh yeah. So
It just
it's a 2
doesn't
attack.
get the
Yep.
arcane.
Doesn't get the arcane.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking through if I want to play something or not. Yeah, we'll take 1.
Pick 1. Then we'll go with go again. We're gonna go Soul Reaping, banishing this, gaining a resource, and this will have go again if you have one or more cards in their soul. So this is a 6 attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll take that.
With go again, we'll go Seeds, Shackle, Unhallowed Rites, paying for it there, and I will pull my red Seeds onto the bottom of my deck.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it still out here?
So
It's
Yeah,
still
it's
out.
here.
Yeah,
one
it's
arcane
that one.
coming in first.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
One arcane and then
Yeah,
3.
we'll block the one arcane, take the 3.
And then with go again, let's go Rip Through Reality for 4. Since I've done arcane, it has go again. I'll have 1 floating. It's a 4
You
attack.
didn't do an arcane. I
You
blocked
didn't
it.
deal arcane. He blocked arcane.
Oh, you said you blocked it?
Yep.
And I already shackled, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes. All right. So this is just a 4 attack. Then actually, I'm not going to do that. I thought you said you took it. I'll just do Galaxy Black for 3.
Mm-hmm. No go
If
again
it
off
hits,
that.
it'll be
So
4.
I'll take 4.
Well, you have 2 floating.
Yep, and I'm gonna spend
you-
them.
Oh, okay. So you're not all right. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. And then I'll
Oh.
pass turn to you.
You could have made a rune chant first, Jason. So once you pitch the blue, because you would
Oh
have.
yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta remember that. I
Yeah.
do not use
Well,
grass.
this was 2, so I think you thought you only had 1.
Yeah, because I already paid. Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta remember that though. That's a good
Yep.
play. And you played what, a Genesis on the end of my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Anything else you can do over there? You gonna swing at me a couple times?
Did you take your blood debt?
I will take 1.
All right. And then I will swing for 1.
Take 1.
And I will arsenal and pass.
Sounds good. Let's banish and banish.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make a rune chant.
Mm-hmm. When you make the rune
Up
chant,
2.
I'm going to respond. I'm going to pitch there and there. Play that.
Okay. So you have 2 cards, nothing floating,
I've got 1 floating.
1 floating.
Mm-hmm.
We will go Unhallowed or Piercing Shadow Vice for 4. I got to put 1 more card in here. We'll put a Rift Bind, so I'll still have 1 floating. So this will be a. Did I give it go again? So I got a Shackle. So it'll be a 4 attack.
Okay, I'm going to stop the rune chant with this.
Yep.
And then I will take 3. You'll take 1 arcane back.
Yep. And then with my 1 floating, we will get rid of Merciful Retribution.
Take another 1 back.
Yep. Did I do that right? I couldn't have paid for that. All right, so that's fine. Yep. Pass turn. I'll take 1 blood debt.
Mm-hmm. We pick up Tunic. And yeah, we got time. It's probably still worth it. We'll play a library. Pitch in there.
Play in the library. Okay.
Pass into you. I probably could have Genesis. I didn't want to risk not hitting it though. I probably should have, but that's all right.
All right. Let's get rid of 3. Let's go. Oh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna pitch here. Time skippers.
Mm-hmm.
Action 1. I will pitch a mutated mass, and I will swing Galaxy Black into Genesis to kill Genesis. Then I'm going to Soul Shackle into a
Hey, bring me up to speed. Why does Galaxy Black have go again?
He has 2 action points.
Yep.
I
he-
broke
the
time
the
skippers.
time snap. Gotcha.
time skippers. So then I will go use my other action point to mutated mass for 4
Yep.
because I have 2 different costs.
Yep. Yep. We'll take 4.
Oh. Feel like I gotta put pressure on here. See, I swung Galaxy. Screw it. I'm just gonna put a time snap out here and eat it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you a full hand to try to I don't know if I can do that with a full hand. I'm actually gonna pull this back to hand.
Okay.
And then just take 1 blood debt. I need the block.
Okay.
And pass turn to you.
Yep. I will play a Herald of Ravages, paying for it there.
And this is a 6.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the 6.
Okay, you'll take 1 more for the arcane, unless you want to block that.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. Then with the go again, I will play a Command and Conquer.
Yep, I guessed wrong. Taking 6, down to 1.
Did you?
I guessed. I thought Herald of Erudition was coming, so I
Did you
didn't
take your
block
blood debt
there.
off your thing last turn?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
He did.
All right, good deal. So
You
this
lose your
goes-
arsenal.
Otherwise,
Jason.
I could block.
Arsenal's dead, Jason.
Oh yeah.
And then I do have 2
Yeah, I'm
yellows
pretty
in
much
my
screwed.
pitch, so I'll drop to 5.
No, that's game.
Yeah. Well, taking it now, you automatically die because the husk. All he has to do is block out.
Right. So let's see how wide I can go in last turn. All right. Let's go Shackle. Tome of Torment. Draw a card. And then we'll go Riftbind.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching a unmovable.
So it's coming in for 4.
It is coming in for 4.
Yeah, we'll block 3 of it. Take 1.
Okay, I'm gonna razor it
Yep, take another
to
3.
give it go again. Yep. And then I will die here shortly.
Stacey, that's where I was curious if like that whole teammate tech issue would come in there. Because if it were me, I would have overblocked it, knowing that Jason runs Razor and he was relying on Razor to be his go again. I would have
Right.
just blocked. I would have blocked 9.
Yeah, and that would just be 2. That's all I can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll just block 3 there.
Yeah, I misplayed that. That was not a good game for me. Won't.
Wow.
See, that's where our styles are totally different to Prism. Like I feel like being the aggressor and trying to like put more pressure on early is really important. Because like giving Prism the opportunity to kind of like set up is scary.
The hard part is just in this deck, I actually run enough yellows where I can get rid of that card. Just some decks I don't. But I mean, this deck, time snap wouldn't have mattered. Seeing it earlier would have made a little bit better difference than having to blow 3 on
Yeah.
one on the time skippers. But yeah, maybe Soul Shackle a little sooner.
Yeah, I think if you don't Soul Shackle soon enough, then you start to get outvalued. Because like Chain's attacks aren't inherently that great. What makes them great is the fact that you can block a couple cards and then still play a couple cards if you just keep a couple blues. You know,
Right.
like you're always able to kind of like minimize your damage. I also think Husk felt I was shocked that you used Husk when you did because you hadn't used Grasp. So you could have just given him a 3 block and Grasp and kept Husk for like a late game.
I just, with that Herald of Erudition, I was hoping to get into my defense reaction sooner and then misguessing. So when I didn't block his 6 attack, I was guessing that he had Herald of Erudition coming, especially with the setup he had. So I guessed Herald and it was Command. So that's always, you have to guess which one's coming first and second. Because he'll never play him first.
Yeah,
you know?
the issue with I think the thing that sucks about Husk is that like you're kind of forced to use it later because the earlier you use it, it ends up being like a net 0 or it actually starts to net you negative where like it blocks sure it blocks 6, but if you block 6 on turn 2, then by the end of the game you probably actually lost 4 health to it. So it's actually ends up being net negative for you in the game.
I think I would not. So that's the first time I've run Husk in this matchup.
Yeah.
I think I might stay with this when I need resources for a wider turn against Prism.
Yeah. Also, invert existence, like Prism doesn't run non-attack actions.
Yeah, I just leave it in there for the blue pitch,
yeah.
to be honest. That's the only reason it's in there. It's just a blue
Yeah.
pitch, and if it does go in here, it only costs me 1 to get rid of it.
Yeah. I just think like into Prism, it ends up being like a dead card. Like it's only a blue pitch.
Prism does run Phantasmifies. Like I run 2.
Yeah.
So like it's possible, but it's I think
and I only
it's
run
probably
2
worth it to
invert
keep
existence.
it. Yeah, it's worth it to keep it in there just because
I don't run 3 because it's bad in a lot of matchups.
Yeah. The issue is you have to hit it like late game for it to be good anyway. Because like early game, who cares about taking 2?
Right.
Like cool,
right.
2 arcane. So what? Like I don't even run arcane barrier into it with like aggressive decks like Dorinthia or Bolton. It's like I don't even care. You throw your arcane. I'll take 12 arcane throughout the game because my armor is going to outvalue. Hopefully, like.
So the newest pieces that my newest ads is I put in which I feel is fine. I own it, so I'm gonna play it.
The more I see you play, and the more I play that defend this one, the Shadow Beast, the more I hate it.
Oh, you don't like Shadow Beast?
No.
It's only for 2 matchups, and that's Dorinthia in this matchup.
I'd rather just rely on hitting the unmovables. Because like I almost never once Shadow Beast goes into the blood debt, it sucks. Because you're gonna spend 2 and an action to get it out to not take 1. So like if it hits at the wrong time, it's just gross.
Yeah, I've had it pay off a couple times where I still like it. I haven't had a
Yeah.
hatred to it yet. But I
Is
could
there
see where you dislike it.
is there a reason you run yellow plunder and not just blue? For
I
like the
just threw it.
resource?
I pulled out. So here's what my mix was. I had 2 red, 2 blue, and 2 yellow Mavrian skies.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for Plunder Run to come in, I was not willing to pull Blood Debt. So I just pulled yellow Mavrian skies as a test of if I like it in the deck or not. So
Yeah.
there's no reason to why I pulled which ones I pulled because it didn't
Gotcha.
really matter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Each has good effects. Plunder Run seems very slow though for me to get it set up properly into my arsenal and then use it.
Yeah.
I think you have to run 3 or none. This was the other new one that I put in there, piercing, which I have to find more arcane, and I'm not willing to put vexing malice into this deck because I feel like it dies unless you're going to run spew shadows where you can pull some of those cards back out again.
Yeah.
So it's a weird, in my opinion, chain builds are very different. Everybody's going to have a
You
different.
can run Crackle though, right? Crackle kind of fills that
Or
spot
But it
Cannon
doesn't
with
have
Crackle.
blood
zero.
debt. Yeah, I'm trying to run really heavy blood debt so I don't miss.
I
And
see.
maybe you want to miss late game, but you don't early.
Okay, because
Yeah.
that's why you're not running consuming. Because I mean, consuming is really good.
So I just don't have, and maybe it's just because with Dane and Blake, they never let Arcane go when they see the good card, or you know what I mean? It just never comes through where I could get the go agains. So then I was risking it, getting it where I rather just have like Art of War and my Razors and Mavrian Skies to guarantee the go again. And I don't know if that's right or wrong. It's just how my mind's working with how much we've played it so far.
Jason gets in a weird spot because he gets like the 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. Dane basically blocks all the arcane. I just say I don't care and I'm gonna out aggro you.
Well, with
'Cause, like-
consuming is the if it hits they discard. It's not to
Yeah.
go again. So for
Yep.
that one, it's a net 1 card to them no matter what, right? If
I
they
just
Don't you have
block
to
it,
deal Arcane first for that to go
Yeah.
off?
See, Dane will block it. I'll take the arcane and then I'll block the attack with my armor. Like that's the stuff I save armor for is hit effects.
Right. So consuming only goes off if you've dealt or deal
The
arcane
arcane
damage.
has to hit and then that has to hit. Like you
No,
have to
I
hit
know.
both triggers.
I understand that, but I'm saying they would have had to pitch something to block the arcane. I mean, unless it's Prism, they would have had to block something or pitch
Right.
something to block the arcane. So that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
it's a net 1 card either way. Now it's a permanent card. I get that, but
So
it's out of their
I know there's
hand,
a lot
so.
of builds out there that do the arcane into the go agains. I have not built this deck heavy towards that. I've done more of the shadow puppetries, light strike, Mavrian skies, and then razors. So that's why in some of these I don't go. I felt early I went wide, but then you get in that weird mid game. So I think you got to make a soul shackle early, but not every single
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, I think the trick into chain, I think the mistake people will make into chain is like they'll block too much, thinking they can like it's like, oh, I'll block some so I don't take too much damage. But I think with chain, you have to be willing to take some damage early to put pressure back because if you can force the chain player, like the trick with chain is about 2/3 of the way through both of your health, you need to basically threaten to kill them from that like 15 range with a huge turn to demand their hand, and then you can win the game. I think the issue is like too many people are going to make the mistake into chain where they're going to try and be too defensive. But like at some point, chain is just going to outvalue you. Like he's going to win the value game because that's what he wins on.
And like Andrew, with what you're those cards, they could be better than what I have. This is just how I feel comfortable playing it right now. And I've seen deck lists where they were running more of the consuming volitions, the meet and greets to get those go agains and get them that way. I just haven't, and then the vexing malices, I just haven't put those in there. I kind of swapped to I just ran into too many late games
You had him in early, and then you ended
banishing.
up taking him out.
Yeah, I pulled them out, and I think in the deck tech there's some of those in there, but I pulled them because I lost because of them late game, and maybe I just wasn't running them properly early game, and that was the issue. But
Yeah. I think
that's just me.
the give and take with those cards too is the fact that they don't have blood debt, but also the fact that like those feel like cards that might be less ofs than like play sets only because it feels like one of those things that you get somebody with once, right? Like it almost feels like a gotcha because it's going to come from hand. But then the problem is if you shackle away a consuming volition, I'm going to immediately be more aware of like arcane damage leaking. You know what I mean? Like if I see a consuming volition, like go away to a shackle early, I'm immediately just gonna be like, cool, that's fine. I'll block your arcane. Or I'll use my armor to block it, knowing that it's probably coming. Like the awareness of it, it's almost like the gotcha effect of the card hitting the table after you take one and being like, okay, I got my whole hand, I'm gonna have a huge turn. And then they drop a 4 that if it hits, you'd lose another card, and it's like, oh god, I should have blocked the arcane. Like that's where the card is strong. But as soon as like it's a known quantity, it becomes less strong because now I account for it and I know what's going on. And I can be more aware of a card.
I think you need to be
Or at
aware
least
of it anyways. Like that's what a lot of chain
nah.
decks are running. So you're gonna know
Right.
that, or you're
Do you
gonna.
run it in yours, Andrew?
Until I see it, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't play around cards that don't exist until they're in the deck for sure. Like,
Did you hear me, Andrew? Do you run? Are you running that in yours? Your
I'm
build,
running. I run Red Crackle.
and then with the consuming.
Yeah, I run a consuming and Red Crackle. I don't run meet
Okay.
and greet.
Okay.
That was on the list, but it just got cut because
Right.
it was just there was just other better stuff. But
I
like
don't know if you had
Unhallowed
this.
Rites is really good, obviously.
I like it to bring seeds back. I don't know if you had this issue. It's really hard to make this deck in 80 cards.
He's
in my
running
opinion.
skippers. He's running skippers over Snapdragons just into Prism because the 2 action points lets him clear auras if he needs to.
Yeah, it's only in Prism that I run skippers. Otherwise, I'm running Snapdragons in every other matchup. Strictly Prism, just because in testing sometimes you actually really need that because otherwise you'll die to Prism's auras killing you without even attacking, just when they're popping and taking the merciful retributions and things like that. What's the other one that does the arcane after you take damage? Yeah, so you get those. If you have those two out and you can't clear both of them, you just die. Especially late game.
yeah. Hey, what's
We
up,
learned
Joe?
that one. We learned that one early on.
Hmm.
Holy buckets, it's late.
Yeah, we had a late one tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Not for you, Andrew. It's not even midnight where you're at.
Yeah, but it's still bedtime. So thanks, folks, for having me on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, for sure.
Was a pleasure.
And then we're Andrew and I are gonna get into it Thursday, recording. I don't know if we'll do back to back Thursday night, but we'll for sure get a video, maybe 2, recorded for his channel over at Dice Commando. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check that out. But yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. Andrew, you got any other shout outs or anything you want to plug for your channel?
Nope. You guys are awesome. Thank you for putting up with my questions and all the learning process.
No, it's
My
awesome.
last shout out is let's go Wildcats. Sections on Thursday, baby. Big win.
All right, guys. Well,
Nice
have a good rest of your night, and we will speak with you all soon. See you in the comments. Peace.
Who's